Hello, McLendon-Chisholm voters. I'm Scott Turnbull, Council Member, Place 3. You may have also heard me be referred to as Mayor Pro Tem Turnbull. I hold both titles. You elected me as Council Member, Place 3 in 2017. The City Council selected me as Mayor Pro Tem in May of 2018. I'm here today to set the record straight about claims made by my opponent and her supporters. They challenged me to refute their claims, and I'm here to do so with verifiable documentation. Ms. Woessner claims to be for civility. However, she refused to sign the Texas Ethics Commission Code of Fair Campaign Practices. I've provided a copy of this document signed by me on the date I filed to run for re-election. Once you've read this code, it becomes obvious why Ms. Woessner refused to sign it. Ms. Woessner claims to be for transparency, yet unlike her mentors Kippett, Dahl, Bloom, Short, and Larkin, her Facebook page requires a Facebook account to view it. She is also a member of the closed Facebook group FU McLendon-Chisholm, a group that does not allow membership to anyone wishing to voice a dissenting view or opinion to the group's vitriol message against McLendon-Chisholm. Now let's move on to Ms. Woessner's untrue claims about me. In her Facebook post, Ms. Woessner solicits your response to this question: do you want a liar on the City Council? I hope that you will keep that question in mind while I present Ms. Woessner's untrue claims and refute them with documented facts. Ms. Woessner first claims that Scott Turnbull outright lied to the Rockwall County Commissioner's Court when he stated that MCFR would be up and running by the date asked, which was a matter of a couple of weeks away. Her evidence? A supposition based on her vast firefighting experience that MCFR could not have possibly been up and running by the date asked. The only staff it had at the time was a chief with no city vehicle, no city fire apparatus, and no firemen to operate them. I based my comments that day on information I received from the only person who truly knew the status of MCFR at that time, MCFR Chief Jim Simmons. I've included an email exchange between Chief Simmons and myself where I asked him to review, supply information, and correct any errors to my address. His reply stating that he had added the information as requested, and the last portion of the email is the actual text of my address to the Commissioner's Court. Please note the next to the last paragraph where I report that Chief Simmons is processing applications he has received from 11 TCFP certified firefighters who wish to serve the city of McLendon-Chisholm as members of MCFR, and that Chief Simmons has assured me that he will have the apparatus and fully equipped firefighters to man it in place by 6/15/18. This document clearly refutes Ms. Woessner's evidence that I outright lied to the Commissioner's Court. What I did was, 1, ask MCFR Chief Simmons for a status report regarding MCFR. 2, combined a historical timeline with that status report. And 3, presented the combined information to the commissioners. It's now up to you to decide who had first-hand knowledge of MCFR and what was required to have it available by 6/15/18. Veteran firefighter Chief Simmons or Ms. Woessner. Ms. Woessner then doubles down on her claim that I lied to the Commissioner's Court by claiming I said job postings for firefighters were posted on the city website at the time of this testimony. I didn't give testimony, I made an address to the court. Her evidence? The city website most certainly did not have job postings until about an hour after he lied about it. No screenshots provided, no proof. But regardless, her comment seems pretty damning, doesn't it? It would be if I had said what she claims I said. But alas, poor Trudy, the Commissioner Court sessions are recorded, and the entire exchange is available for all to hear. Actual facts? The exchange between Judge Sweet and myself. Sweet, question. Are these positions posted online, or was there a process by which they applied? Turnbull, answer. Applications were sent to Simmons, and he has reached out to everyone who requested an application. Sweet, question. Where were they given that information as far as applications are concerned? Turnbull, answer. I believe it was on the website. Why a qualified response of I believe rather than a definitive the applications are available on the website? I intentionally qualified my answer because while I had been told the applications would be made available on the website, I had not personally verified the applications were available on the website. Listen to the exchange and decide for yourself. The June 5th meeting, minute 40 through 42. Ms. Woessner then moves on and claims the city increased our taxes. Her evidence? Just to repeat the claim. Every single other city within Rockwall County decreased the city tax rate, which effectively reduced the taxes or maintained the taxes for their citizens. The city of McLendon-Chisholm chose not to decrease the city tax rate. This means our taxes increased, due in part to the appraisal value increases. What stands out in this analysis is not that the appraisal values increased across the entire Rockwall County, but that McLendon-Chisholm was the single city entity that did not reduce the city tax rate to compensate. What truly stands out in Trudy's analysis of the facts is she didn't check her facts. Actual facts. The City of Fate raised the M&O portion of their budget from .20806 to .233004. They lowered the debt tax rate portion from .074230 to .058096. This rebalancing allowed Fate to maintain their .2911 per 100 tax rate from the previous year. It should be noted Fate's 2018-19 budget raised $610,210 more in property taxes than their 2017-18 budget. McLendon-Chisholm did exactly the same thing. We raised the M&O portion of our budget from .087257 to .090735. We reduced the debt tax rate portion from .061901 to .059265. This rebalancing allowed us to maintain our .15 per 100 tax rate. It should be noted McLendon-Chisholm's 2018-19 budget raised $207 less in property taxes than our 2017-18 budget. Yes, citizens, we collected less in property taxes this year, not more. Ms. Woessner also claims as fact that Scott Turnbull and a former council person, probably multiple, did not operate in good faith during MCVFD contract negotiations. She claims to have an email between Turnbull and a former council person. If she only has an email between Turnbull and a former council person, that makes her claim of probably multiple false. If she has this email, why didn't she post it rather than relying on her retelling of its content? Based on her previous use of hyperbole and false facts, if she ever produces this email, I would not be surprised to discover the actual content will differ substantially from her version of its content. One final comment about my opponent. Ms. Woessner states that she is for fiscal responsibility and backs that claim up by stating she's a philanthropist. She further states she's a philanthropist because she serves on the boards of several charities. Perhaps you're like me and wonder, does collecting and giving away other people's money make one a philanthropist? I always thought philanthropists gave away their own money. Merriam-Webster's dictionary defines a philanthropist as a person who seeks to promote the welfare of others, especially by the generous donation of money. But it doesn't say whose money. To good causes. Because she donates her time and labor, I think the word volunteer, which is defined as the use or involvement of volunteer labor, especially in community services, better describes her action. However, yes, technically she is a philanthropist because she donates her time to collect and give away other people's hard-earned money. Can you imagine how philanthropic she'll feel as she votes to raise your taxes and then gives away your tax dollars for the welfare of needy businesses and land developers? I hope after hearing my actual facts that you now realize that I was not the one who lied. I also hope that I've earned your vote. But regardless, please vote on Saturday, May 4th. Your local election is the one place where one man, one vote still is a reality. Thank you.